Hello and welcome to an Everquest test server update patch note video. Let's just get right into this here. This is what is today? Today's the 7th, so this came out earlier this week. Didn't notice it, was too busy making videos. But this is what is currently on the test server, and 99% of what is here will be let's go ahead and refresh it just in case. Will be what goes on the server next week during patch time. So let's get into it. Items. Fixed an issue that was preventing augments acquired from the Tides of Time, which is the anniversary event, from socketing into items they otherwise should have. Fixed an unintentional error that stripped the spell from the item Spell Teleport. Adjusted chest drops in the Outer Brood missions to include a wider variety of Type 5 augments. The Outer Brood weapon damage augments should no longer have decreasing stats after converting to the reactive or harmonious versions. So if you don't know what that means, is when you get the item, right? So there's a dropped aug and there is a crafted aug. You can click on these after you've completed all of the achievements inside of the not conquest. I think it's conquest. Let's check real quick. I just want to make sure I say it right. If we go into here, it's for doing all the mission achievements, right? So missions, it's in the mission tab. So once you complete all of these, you will get, what is it? Challenger of the Brood, I believe, which will let you mess with those augs, right? There's also crafted versions too. Let's see here. A Argent Whirligig flyer control device should now have a levitation effect. Acolytes assaulting fire, casting fire, and defending fire of the Harbinger augments have received spell damage increases. Now, if I'm not mistaken, those are augs for the evolving ring. They might go into the the back and the necklace, but I'm pretty sure these ones are specific to the ring because they have the same name. Updated most familiar summoning items to also cast pet illusions. Arrows equipped in the ammo slot that are unusable by the character are no longer effective, and the character is out of ammo. Merchants now include deity restrictions. You ask them to show items I can use. This is great. This is a great change. I don't know how many times I've purchased the deity specific spells when, buying all my spells in Plane of Knowledge that, you can't use as a certain, race, religion combo. So that's great. Archetype sympathetic amplification. Several spells triggered magical effects from equipped weapons and augments were missed in the initial introduction of this AA. And they've now been updated to receive both benefits of this AA are no longer trigger from other procs or twin casts. That is ominous. Who knows what that changed? And that is when you cast a spell and you can proc your weapon. So kind of a nice thing there for spellcasters. Adjusted the luck range of newly created group and raid trade skill items from the Outer Brood. I would assume that means they get more luck. I don't know. I would hope so anyway. Modified the Ariat Spanner Perform maintenance description now displays without error. Trade skill. Improve the performance of the trade skill depot. That is fantastic. I wait like 10 seconds sometimes for that thing to come online and show me all my materials. Quests and events. All right, so this is good news that I've been waiting for because I wasn't 100% sure how this was going to happen. But Tides of Time players can no longer place a banner or campfire in the tower. All right, basic stuff. Tides of Time, the merchant and the clockwork guy only spawn during the anniversary event. Tides of Time, the repair keys and the clockwork artificer only offer the tasks during the anniversary event. So you cannot get the key, you cannot click the key outside the anniversary event. Year of the Darkpaw collections now run as part of the anniversary event. Now this was something I was curious to know about. Once I got to a point where I didn't have all the old stuff anymore, Like, you know, Hobbs, I wasn't playing Hobbs at the time when the Ur Darkpaw came out, so I was like, oh crap, I'm not going to be able to get these items. But now all the collectibles from all 12 zones are going to be available during the anniversary event, which will be fantastic to go back and, you know, get anything you missed. This kudos to the dev team for not throwing this event away. Tides of the Time, the Tower Key quests are now offered during the anniversary event. Now, keep in mind, anniversary is like March and April, which is fantastic, right? It's a whole, like a month of doing that. And there's tons of anniversary stuff to do. Let's see here. Theater of Eternity quest, the bigger door, and we have to go back, have changed how their items dropped and who can loot them. Now, they will drop if anyone in the group and in the zone gets the kill credit on the task that has the items needed, a tuned crystal vial or empty Ariad supply pouch. Also, only a person with a required item can loot these items for the quest. I don't know, this quest seems to have had a lot of issues. Reduce the damage on spells cast by most rare and named NPCs. So, this is a huge nerf to the damage in Hour Brood. I'll just say that right now. Many were cut in half or more. A few more of their durations were reduced. Even fewer were altered so that their effects would work. So I guess some of the AAs didn't work. Mostly changed from instant to having a duration effect, so movement and slow could have their time to work. Overall, the spell damage output from these NPCs should be a lot lower. That is good. I always bring this up. Like when I run through here with Holdridge when the server first started, I mean the expansion first launched, and I was doing some of this stuff. Literally, my boxes would just like almost instantly die in Lorian's Song, like tier 1 gear, because the dots were just so strong and stuff like that. And there's just, I haven't been focusing too much on, gearing out boxes. So, they don't have enough gear to, survive this stuff. So it's kind of nice that they're nerfing this. The control room mission now resets. Reset is now better. The Mystic will return on reset along with the pillars. Perfect. Purification and penance in the High Priest mission in the Outer Brood no longer give experience for evolving items. Chasing what is not real, Chasing Madness, Reflections of You, and Inner Turmoil are all 25th anniversary events. This EQ resource page here really has a really good overview of it. These three missions are, there's 2 quests, a mission, and then there's a raid. So those can all be now run during the anniversary event, which is interesting because this is last year's anniversary event, the 25th anniversary. So I'm assuming they're just, this is just a patch for them to put it into the cycle, just like the Tides of Time, into that. So that's just fantastic. Good to hear. You will now automatically dismount. Wait, before we go into that, it should be noted, like inside this, like this is one of the quests you want to do during the anniversary event because, let me see if I can get it right here. These AUGs right here, they're type 3 AUGs, but like 10% defense, 10% offense. These are fantastic AUGs you need to get for your character, right? These are really good. So these are like some of the best in slot AUGs for like, level 125. So, like make sure you run those a few times. You only get like 1 per mission. I don't know. It's really weird. When I was doing it with my characters, I only got like 1 per mission. You have to do some weird stuff. So, definitely, I don't remember if I made videos on it, but if I didn't, I'll make another video on it when it comes out. You will now automatically dismount when changing personas. Improve the effectiveness of all convergence spells from the Outer Brood. I'm not 100% sure what that means. The convergence spell is the Necromancer res, but I don't know if there's like another spell line or something like that I haven't seen. Maybe it's, just something else, but it's more effective. So there we go. Let's see here. Fixed a bug where AAs should be shared between personas weren't always sharing. That is fantastic. Enchanter. Okay, so updated the class AA, Eldritch Rune to have 3 more ranks, Glyph Spray, 3 more ranks, Reactive Rune, Rune of Banishment, Veil of Mind Shadow, 3 and 2 ranks respectively, effectively increasing all of the absorption damage on all those spells, right? So significant amount of absorption via melee and spell damage. So I'm not going to read all those numbers, but it looks pretty good. Not that it'll change much for an enchanter, but it's nice that they get new ranks, right? Overseer, change the order of Lorien Song Overseer collection reward items. All right, I'm not sure what that means. I've never even claimed any of them yet on the Lorien Song, so we'll have to see what that means. Added Lorien Song trade skill components to the Overseer rewards. Now, if you don't know, like I have hobs here in game, right? Let's see, let's close that. Type over. If we go here to active quests, I should have one right like here, right? Preview reward. So the research, the crafting, and the harvesting ones give all trade skill, right? You can just like go in here and you select all the trade skill whatever one you want. You can select it when you get your reward, right? Or you can take experience. And this is how I get all my resources for doing trade skill stuff, because these things are expensive. But you can see here, like I can get 32 ore when I claim this mission, right? 32 ore, 16 topaz, 8 hide, 8 silk, you know, so things like that. Like now they're adding Lorien Song into this. So that is fantastic. We'll be able to get those. All right, progression servers. Evolving server rule set skill bonus now works as intended. Vaniki now uses the original intended new spell resist system. So I guess there was something going on with the spell resist system, maybe when it went to Lorien Song or Outer Brood, that messed that up, but now it goes, so that means you can cast on mobs that are like 10 or 20 levels higher than you. Changes the description of the Unpurged achievement in the Herald of the Outer Brood to match the reality needed to complete it. It now reads, don't remove any of the defenses from the Scaled Rod Guardians. Removed outdated information from the help document covering evolving items. Fixed an issue that resets guild access permissions to default upon server world reset. All right, UI. Clicking on the achievement component name while holding certain key combinations should now search in various, similar to clicking on an item's icon. So Control plus Alt will open the find window. So let's see if that actually works right now, right? Open up my bag. So Control plus Alt. Let's do this piece of medallion. No, that doesn't do anything. That doesn't do anything at all. All right, so maybe this is what they're adding for all these different things. Control, find item, Shift Control. I know that one works, and it'll open up the item in Bazaar. Shift Alt will search the barter window. Hot buttons that link to an item that move between the keyring and the inventory. We'll find the item if it still exists. Updated the cursor item links from keyrings to be able to auto-equip or use to start a trade. When a single targeted buff fails due to being blocked by a target player or pet, a message will now display saying so. Fixed an issue that prevented chat windows operation after too many were open. Fixed, or the claim window should now be sorted numerically by clicking on the feature count column. Hot buttons should now no longer display when moving to or from a keyring. What? Fixed a bug where the scroll bar using Windows and the new UI could be dragged outside of its bounds. All right. So that is the current the patch notes. Obviously, it's probably going to go live exactly like this. There was a few questions and comments in the comments down here about... oh, yeah, that's where you can click on this part of the achievement window to search those things. All right, that's some clarification there. There was some questions about raids being fixed. Apparently, there is a giant gnome in one of the raids, and hopefully they fix that too. But there you go. That's the Everquest test server update for February 2025. I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you very much for watching.